Welcome to Weiss on Film. On each episode of Weiss on Film, we're going to take an everyday approach to movie reviews. Why don't you go over and get yourself some refreshments? There you go. And then we're going to head over to the screening room. All right, you got everything? Are we ready? Let's get into the screening room and get ready to see what we have in store this time on Weiss on Film. For best friends Becky and Hunter, life is all about conquering fears and pushing limits. However, after they climb a 2,000-foot remote radio television tower, they find themselves trapped with no way down. Now their expert climbing skills are put to the ultimate test as they desperately fight to survive the elements, a lack of supplies, and vertigo-inducing heights. We're going to be talking about this year's 2022 release of the movie Fall, this time on Weiss on Film, right after this. Hey everybody, welcome to Weiss on Film. Glad you dropped by here for the screening room. And let's head on over as we get ready to start talking about the movie Fall. Make yourselves comfortable. What we're going to do right now is I'm queuing up. You're going to have a listen to the audio trailer for the movie Fall, and right afterwards we're going to talk about it. Here we go.
Horrible thing happened to you. I just want you to be able to move on with your life.
Come here. It's coming up on a year. I have something that's planned, and I need a partner in crime. The B67 TV tower.
I haven't climbed since...
Becky, if you don't confront your fears, you are always going to be afraid.
Let's do it. Let's climb your stupid tower.
I'm so excited! Hey guys! Hi!
I was really ripped.
You're awesome! That is the Becky that we need for this trip.
This is sick.
Damn it, Hunter. What are you getting us into?
Okay, so just stay behind me, one rung at a time. See? It's easy! You're doing great! Becky, you gotta come up here. Hey, trust me. What was that? Oh my God! Oh my God!
Hunter, how do we get down? I don't have a signal.
The water is down there in that bag.
We have 50 feet of rope. I think I can drop myself lower. Okay, I'm gonna jump onto the bag. Hunter, no! Hunter!
Every hour that passes, the weaker we get. If anyone called 911, they'd be here by now.
What is it that Dan used to say?
If you're scared of dying, don't be afraid to live.
All right, there you go. There's the audio trailer for the movie Fall. This one here, folks, if you get vertigo, don't see this movie. I saw this one, and now this movie is available in your local theater, currently still running at the time of the recording of this podcast. It's available in both regular screens, and that was intimidating enough for me on this one. But it's also available in IMAX, and I can just only imagine if you saw this movie in IMAX, I would be like, oh my God. Yeah. Great scenery, great use of special effects. I don't know how they did the green screen or whatever with this. I would love to see a behind the scenes making of this film. Wow. Great scenery, and you felt the cinematography in this film. You felt like you were trapped up there with them. I mean, hands down. I mean, I found myself actually kind of looking away at a couple scenes because I was like, oh. And this is a movie that you definitely want to experience in the theater. If your constitution can handle it, I would say go see it in IMAX, because this movie is definitely, it's an event. I'm going to tell you that right now. The story is good in itself. I actually found myself rooting for these characters to pull through. I found myself emotionally invested in them. And I felt like I was kind of up there with them. And man, I don't know if I would have made it. I would have probably fallen off. But all the things they go through, the challenges they go through, the ingenuity they have to come up with. And wow. All I got to say is this film it's definitely something a little different. But it's definitely one that you want to experience in the theater. And this one here is like I said, it's an event. I mean, when you're at the top 2,000 feet up, that's high, my friends. It's rated PG-13 for bloody images, intense peril, and strong language. As far as for the kids, for a parent's guide, I don't know. I mean, there's some sexual stuff in there, dialogue referencing, sexuality, etc. But it's more for the peril of the film, I would think. Emotionally, it might scar some younger children. It really would. It's just one of those things, though, man. It's just like, it's definitely an event. It's palm sweaty kind of film. Everyone is someone who's done some climbing. Maybe some people have done some climbing. I'm not a climber. I've never been a climber. I like to keep my feet firmly planted on the ground as much as possible. But the movie's very well done with, once they actually get into it where these young ladies are trapped on this tower, they do a great job of storytelling. Just the way the dialogue's written, the way they've structured this movie. Great use of single location drama. It's well thought out, and kudos to, whoever came up with this concept, man, wow. Kudos to them, because it's an amazing movie in my opinion. It's definitely going to have you emotionally invested in it. It's not for the faint of heart, as far as if you if you're afraid of heights and that. Trust me, folks, when you go to see this at a theater, you're gonna feel like you're there with them. And if you unless you got a really strong constitution and can suspend that disbelief, but this movie really, it had me in. Once it got going, it had me involved in it, and I was like, wow, you're pulling for these characters throughout the movie. You are, and like I said, the special effects they used on this throughout was amazing. I felt like I was right up there with them, and just it goes to show you, like, CGI in that it has really, really come a long way from what it was, and it's definitely a good time. This one I would hands down have no problem with this movie, paying what we paid to go see it, and I would have no problem going to see it in IMAX. If you're going to pay that $20 per ticket, I think is for the IMAX theaters around here, I have no problem paying that to see this, because this movie is definitely something worth seeing on the large screen. You definitely want to do that, and it's going to be a good time for all. I would say, grab some friends and go check out this movie, because you're going to enjoy it. Try and see it in the theater before it gets out of the theater, because I don't believe seeing this on a smaller screen. I know I'm going on about it, but I can't stress this enough. This movie is cinematic. It has to be experienced on a large screen to be fully enjoyed. But you won't regret going to see Fall. So my opinion is, you can probably already tell with Fall is, definitely go see Fall. Spend the money. It's worth it. It's worth the time to go see it. And I think you're really going to enjoy it. It's definitely going to, shake you up a little bit. So check out Fall before it falls from theaters. It's definitely worth seeing. And until next time, my friends, I'm going to get ready here and we're going to skedaddle out of the screening room. Until next time, remember, if you like the program, leave us a podcast rating that is positive and share us with your friends, won't you please? Check out all our episodes on your favorite podcast provider or by going to purplepitstudios.com. If you want to email us, it's weissonfilm@purplepitstudios.com. Until next time, I'm going to save you some popcorn and a seat in the screening room, and I look forward to meeting with you again on our next episode.